Hola, profe, teacher. Hello, teacher. I read chapter 7. Chapter 7.
Chapter 7. The Cameraman.
Chapter 7, the cameraman.
Sylvia met
Okay.
Philippe in a park on the east side of the city. He kissed her, and they sat down on a wooden seat. She looked at his long, dirty hair and his tired eyes. Is Simon part of this? Sylvia asked. Are you part of it? Why are you here? Philippe looked at her. His silence scared her. I've done something terrible, he said in English. Somebody called me. One of Kuman's people. I thought it was one of Kuman's people. He wanted to organize a meeting with Zola. We have...
Sylvia meets Philip in park in the eighth side of the series. He kissed her on the they are down on woman's seat. The look of this long beard hair and these eyes. It's Simon part this. Sylvia asked. Are you part of it? Why are you here? Philip looked at her. Hi, he suddenly asked her. I have done something terrible, he said in English. Somebody called me on of common people. It's true I was on common people. I was to organize a meeting with Shola.
to work together, he said. It's the only way we can fight Zuani. What happened? Sylvia asked. He took her hands. I told Zola. I was excited. I thought that it was the end of the fight between them. But we were tricked. Zola's dead. Sylvia tried to pull her hands away. I knew he was dead, she whispered. I felt it. Who was with him? Philippe shook his head and looked away from her, across the park. No, Simon wasn't there. Just Zola. I stayed in the car. Nobody came back out. Where's my brother? Sylvia asked. I don't know, Philippe said. He's hiding somewhere. I don't think they have him. Have him? You think Kuman has Simon? I don't know. It's all crazy. We tried to stop the fighting, but we can't. People see my photos in the newspaper and turn the page. You were smart to leave the country. I can't forget completely, Sylvia said. Simon is still there. I have to find him. I have to know he's okay. Philippe was almost crying now. Do you understand what I did? I took Zola to them, he said. You didn't know, Sylvia said. I have to go. I'm sorry. I tried to help. You didn't kill Zola, Sylvia shouted as he walked away. King watched Philippe leave the park. He followed him to the Chelsea Hotel. Then he called Ostrov. Stay with him, he said.
Hey, we have to work together, he said, in the only words we can find Suwani. What's happening, Sylvia asked. He took her hands. I told Chola I was at it. I thought it was the end of the fine weather when what were tricked Chola dead. Sylvia tried to pull hand away. I knew it was it. As she whispered, I felt what was with him. Felix shook in the air and looked away from her across the park. The salmon was there. The youth solar I started in the car. Nobody counted the back out. There, my brother Sylvia asked. I don't know. Philip said he's finding some there. I want the there have him. I him. You think Conan has Simon? I don't know. It's crazy. I should stop to find into the. But I can people this in my phone, the newspaper, and on the page. You were smart out of the country. I can find completely. I simply said, I Simon is got I dare I have to find it. I say no, it's okay. Philip was almost crying now. Did you understand what I did? I could shut up, I did it, he said. You did now, Sylvia said. I have to go. I'm sorry I had to help. You did. Shala Sylvia thought the walked away. He wanted Philip in the park. He followed to the Chelsea hotel where he carried out Ostro. Stay with him, he said.
As Sylvia got off her motorcycle outside her apartment building, Tobin ran up to her.
Sylvia got of the motorcycle outside of apartment budget to rent to the rap to hear.
You can't disappear. You have to tell me where you're going, he said angrily. How can I protect you?
You can't disappear. You have to tell me where you going. He said angrily, you can, I protect you.
That's not your job, Sylvia said. Remember? It's different now. Since the man in the mask, Tobin said slowly. We're watching you from an apartment across the street. Who was the man in the park? It's personal, Sylvia said quickly. No, I need to know. What's his name? It's not your business, Sylvia said, and started to walk away. We have your phone records. You called someone, Tobin said. Sylvia stopped. You called him, didn't you? The night before you went to Chief Wu. Before you told us about the voice in the hall. Why? Is he part of the plan to kill Zuwani? Sylvia looked worried. Tobin continued. Was that him? Here? Now? In my country? This is my business. You're wrong, Sylvia said. It's not your business. Then she turned away from him and ran up to the apartment. She locked the door and walked into the living room. There was an old wooden box on the table. She opened it and took out some photos. Sylvia on the farm, age 15. Sylvia and Simon in front of a fire. Sylvia, Simon, and Zola in a cafe in Paris. It was late, but Sylvia couldn't sleep. She turned on the TV and watched the news. There were pictures of Zuwani in Africa and of the protesters outside the UN building. Is Dr. Zuwani in danger during his visit to New York? The reporter asked. As we can see, the police are closing the roads to the airport. Kuman was interviewed. How is a madman able to speak at the United Nations? He asked angrily. He'll lie about changes that he's never going to make. Zuwani wants to stay in Matobo as president. People only have to think that someone is trying to kill him. That's enough to make him stronger.
That's not your job, Sylvia said, remember. It's different now, so imagine the mask. The cabin says loudly with the match into the front of apartment across the street. What was the man at the park? It's personal, Sylvia said quickly. No, I need to know. What's his name? It's not your business, Celia said. It's starting to the words why. We have your phone record, you have some. Someone said, Celia, stop it. You called me. Did you the night before you went to the chef view? Before you told us about the boss in the wall? Why is you part of the plan to kill Swine? Celia looked at the water turning to white. What him where? How is my country? What's my business? You're wrong, Sylvia said. It's not your business. Then she returned away from him and ran out of the apartment. She locked to the door and walked into the living room. There was old woman watching the table. She opened into the and some photos. Sylvia in the far age 50. Sylvia and Simon in front of a fire. Sylvia, Simon and Shola in the coffee parties. It was late, but Sylvia couldn't sleep. She turned on the TV and watched the news. There were pictures of Swine in Africa and the protesters outside the UN building. It's Dr. Swine is danger during in his visit to New York. The report asked, as we can see, the police are closing the roads on the airport. Human Kuma was intervening. War was Matman able to be expected in the unit nation. He asked angrily. He has a like a pouch chain and was never going to make. So why he was to stay and Matei won in president. People only have to think that some is trying to kill him. That's enough to make him stronger.
Dot sat in the
Dot sat in the apartment across the street of watched Sylvia thrown in the windows. The windows, the apartment door opened and Tobin came in his house carrying a bag.
apartment across the street and watched Sylvia through the window. The apartment door opened and Tobin came in. He was carrying a bag. She can't sleep, Dot said. She just turned the TV on. She picked up her purse. Where are you going? Tobin asked. Home. You're here with your bag, so I can go now. She put her hand on his shoulder. I'll see you in the morning. Tobin watched the news program on TV. Suddenly, his cell phone rang. Keller, he said. I'm sorry, Sylvia said. I didn't know you were watching me earlier. Tell me what happened, Tobin said. I had to meet someone. Tobin looked at the photos on the desk. They showed Sylvia and the man in the park. Philippe Brouillet, he said. He takes photos for a French newspaper. He wanted to talk to me. And now you're watching TV because you can't sleep, Tobin said. What did he say to you? Sylvia looked at the window. How do you know? Are you across the street? She moved to the window and saw him. Philippe told me, she said softly. We lost a friend. He lost a friend. I lost somebody that I loved a long time ago. I spent a lot of time trying to remember Africa. Now, it's everywhere. She was silent for a minute, and then she continued. Why am I calling you? What do you do when you can't sleep? I stay awake, Tobin said. He heard her laugh. You don't name the dead, he continued. Why? What happens? You move past them, Sylvia said softly. You leave them behind. You're having a hard time.
She got sleep to said. She just turned to TV and she picked up all her force. They are going. Talvin asked, come you here? What did you back? Also, I can go now. She put her hand on the shoulder as you can in the morning. Talvin watched it in the news program in TV. Suddenly, the cell phone rang. Caller, he said. I'm sorry, Sylvia said. I didn't know you never watched me, Ernest. Tell me that happening, Tobin said. I had to meet someone. Tobin knocked on the floor on the desk. The someone, Sylvia and the man on the park. Philip thrown broadly inside the detective from the French newspaper. He wanted to talk to me, and now you're watching TV because you can't sleep. Tobin said, what did you say to you? Sylvia looked in the windows. How did you know? As you crossed the street, you moved the windows and saw him. Feel good to me, she said softly. We're lots of friends. He lost a friend. I lost somebody that I love a long time ago. I spent a long time on training to remember Africa. Not is everywhere. She was silent for minutes. Then she continues with, I'm calling you. Then you do when you can sleep. I stay awake. Tobin said, I heard you long you not staying today. And he continues, why that happens? You move past them, Sylvia said softly. You leave them you're having a hard time.
Yes, Tobin said. I know you are too. They were both silent. Then Sylvia said, will you be there until the morning? Yes, I'll be here. I'll try to fall asleep while we're on the phone. Is that okay? That's fine, Tobin said. He watched her through the window. She went into the bedroom and lay down. The phone was still in her hand. It was quiet for a long time. Then she whispered, good night. Good night, Tobin said into the phone.
Yes, Tobin said.
End of CD 1.
Okay.
God.
Yes, Tobin said. I know you are too. They were done surrender, Sylvia said. Will you have to there until the morning? Yes, I'll be here. In to fall asleep while away on the phone? Is that okay? That's fine. Stay inside. He watched the beer thrown by windows. She went into the bedroom and lay down. The phone was still on the heart and was quiet for a long time. This whisper, good night. Good night, Tobin said into the phone. And thank you, teacher, and thank you for listening to the my read chapter 7 and next chapter 4. Bye.